Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go.
So, you can really promise better sleep?
Back to sleep. Take a nap. You ready to go night-night, nigga? You about to go night-night, nigga? Everybody go night-night, nigga?
Wipe yourself off.
You will rest in peace.
Don't it make you sad now? Go on and just be a river. Baby, go on and just be a river. You can go on and just be a river. Baby, go on and just be a river. Go on and just be a river. I already cried. Be a river. And I'm cry no more. Yeah, yeah. Cry me a river. Oh, 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 cry me a river. How about the Cowboys?
Yeah. That's right. NFC East Champions, bitch. Let's go. Woo! Oh my goodness. You can't take anything away from this team, man. You can't take anything away from this team. This team came out with some heart. They came out with some tenacity. They came to play. They came like it was the last game, and the game was for something. There was a lot at stake on the line, and they came through with the W. Man, you can't, oh my gosh, you cannot find, I mean, I'm sure there's a couple things you can find negative, right? But for the most part, man, you got to take this and ride with it. All right? Ride with it. Don't find the negative in anything. Ride with it. I'm not going to lie. They had me worried for a minute. But, oh my gosh. First of all, I'm going to say this. Congratulations to Carson Wentz for being the first QB ever to throw for 4,000 yards with basically no receivers over 500 reception yards. That is phenomenal. That tells you everything that you need to know. The Folesian Society or whatever, what have you, whatever you want to call yourselves, smell yourself right now. Because if you don't see that we have a franchise quarterback, a quarterback that didn't have the Alshon Jeffries, the Nelson Aguilars, the Deshaun Jacksons, had none of that. And he led us to the playoffs. That means the Max Kellerman, that means Eric Dickerson, when he was talking about the Cowboys, if they had ran the ball more, they could have beaten us. And all these other Cowboy lovers or whatever have you, rest in peace, by the way. Everybody that had said that we couldn't do it, we did it. We're in the playoffs. And no, Foles can stay his ass in Jacksonville. Realize the quarterback right now that you have in Carson Wentz. And if you don't care for him, don't like him, whatever, what have you, something is wrong with you. That is what the fuck is wrong with you right now. Excuse my language, but I'm going to cuss in this video. Don't worry. I'll put the settings on to make sure kids can't watch it. Shit. Damn, man. Let's go. We got one more game to play, and it's going to be at the link. So regardless of who we face tonight, whether it be San Francisco, whether it be Seattle, we got to get the job done. And Carson Wentz has proven that for a fucking month now. He's proven it before, but with no weapons this year, none. I'm telling you, man, I'm so proud of my team. I'm so proud of my team. I'm not from Philadelphia. I can't claim the city. But you guys that can, stand up. Stand up, because I'm going to be standing with you. Stand up right now and represent your city. I'm representing the Birds with you. So stand up and be proud for your city. Be proud for your team. And don't look down on them. Because that's, even including me and certain players, I've looked down upon. We can't do that anymore, Philadelphia. We can't do that anymore, Eagles fans. We can't. Not when they have proven that above all else, when all else is against them, when all else fails, they stick together. And they did that. We have no reason at all to not back them up now. None. Nobody has any reason. And if you find people that are doing that, slap them upside their motherfucking head. Anyway, moving on. Boston Scott balled the fuck out. Do you hear me? He balled out. One of the players of the game. Carson Wentz, definitely one of the players of the game. You know what I'm saying? But Boston Scott, I mean, the way he was running, Miles Sanders, great job, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks, we got these injuries, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, man. We got these injuries on offense. Brooks went down. Sanders down. I mean, Lane Johnson been down, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, Mills out, Darby out on the defensive side. Now, stick with the offense real quick. Matt Pryor and Vitae, Big V, kudos to you guys. I mean, for them, for the best right guard in the NFL right now to be out, and for Matt Pryor, if you guys didn't see how he got downfield, made the block, and made it possible for Boston Scott to score, I believe it was his second touchdown. And then relook up that play or rewatch that play. You'll see what I'm talking about. That boy balled out, especially in the run game. Vitae, except for that one play where he had the holding penalty, I mean, he was pretty much great. The O-line was pretty much great the whole game. They allowed but one sack. They were pretty much on point the entire game, man. Carson Wentz, he did his thing. And he did his thing without Zach Ertz, Brandon Brooks. I mean, and Sanders. He did his thing without those guys. Oh, man. Like, dude. He did his thing with Robert Davis, Deontay Burnett, Greg Ward, along with Boston Scott. I'm so proud of this team, man. I'm so proud of them. I'm proud of this team. Dallas Goedert. Josh Perkins stepping up. Richard Rodgers in the blocking game. Excellent job. Those guys stepped it up with Zach Ertz being out, and I can't help but appreciate that, man. I mean, kudos to everybody. Everybody did their damn thing tonight, man. Especially Rasul Douglas. They picked on him all game. He made a couple of mistakes, but for the most part, he gave up that touchdown, but he was deflecting passes, he was making tackles, and he was covering. Sidney Jones. If there's anybody and including me, because I said earlier in my videos that I had given up on Sidney Jones. I'll be the first one to say, if nobody else has said this on camera or on video, whatever, I am sorry. It may have been justified for what I said, but damn it, I'm sorry, because you have shown up when we needed you the most. Congrats on the interception. And oh my gosh, man, I'm so proud of Sidney. He didn't give up. When he's been called upon, he has showed out. I mean, they didn't even really look his way all that much, except for that one pass to Sterling Shepard. I mean, it was a slant pass. I mean, but Sidney was all over him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, except for the one play, I'll give you the one play where Russell Shepard, I mean, if Daniel Jones had thrown that ball, or I think it was Golden Tate, I can't remember right now. But that one throw where it was underthrow or whatnot, that's the only play. But for the most part, they did their things, man. Avonte Maddox did their thing. The law firm, Jenkins and McLeod, they did their thing, man. They were on lockdown, man. They were making sure they were going to get their man. And they did, for the most part, man. The only problem with McLeod is that he messed up and stopping that Saquon Barkley. He ran into Bradham, in the back of Bradham. He couldn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, man. But let's get into some stats right here, man. Let's get into some stats and see how the Eagles fared. Now, Carson Wentz, man, 23 out of 40 for 289 yards, 1 touchdown. You got Miles Sanders, 9 rushing attempts for 52 yards, and then he went out with the ankle, but he was already on pace to get over 100 yards, man. So, you know, speedy recovery to him, as well as all the other Eagles that went down today. Now, Boston Scott had 19 rushing attempts for 54 yards. So you mean to tell me that out of 9 attempts, Miles Sanders already had 52 yards, where it took 19 rushing attempts for Boston Scott to get 54. If that tells you what kind of game Miles Sanders was about to have until his injury hit him. But kudos to Boston Scott for getting those 54 yards, getting those 3 touchdowns. He also had 4 receptions for 84 yards. Killed it in the passing game. Proud of him, man. Proud of my team. Okay, so we got Dallas Goedert, right? Balled out. 4 receptions, 65 yards. Josh Perkins, 4 receptions, 50 yards, and a touchdown. The first touchdown of the game for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, we got Greg Ward, 6 receptions, 43 yards. Deontay Burnett had 2 receptions for 48 yards. And that was on that deep pass by Carson Wentz. That was a beautiful pass, by the way. Along with Goddard with that awesome catch on the sidelines. Getting you got both feet in, had the toe drag swag on that, and then, you know, went with it. He flew with it. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now, the defense, man, defense brought it, man. Derek Barnett, 2 sacks. All right. Then we got Brandon Graham, 1 sack. Timmy Jernigan, 1 sack. So, our defense had 4 sacks against the Giants. Not only that, I don't think we had but 2 sacks against Eli Manning. Not only that, Fletcher Cox had that fumble recovery, and that was forced by Jenkins, man. Fletcher Cox, you know what's up. All right, shoot, man. Nigel Bradham had 10 tackles, dude. 10 tackles. Nate Gary had made some plays, man. The White Snake, 5 tackles. Malcolm Jenkins, man, with the forced fumble. He had 8 tackles. Rodney McLeod, 6 tackles. Cravion LeBlanc, man, he made that awesome play. You knew he was ready to go. And I said I was taking away his name Strap, his nickname Strap. He earned it today. So Strap, he did his thing, man. And then Rasul Douglas, like I said, he made those plays. And Sidney Jones, he made his plays, man. But Rasul had 4 tackles. Sidney had 3 with the interception, man. So great job, again, by the O-line, the D-line, just everybody involved. They did a great job. For the most part, except for the long run by Saquon Barkley, he was not a factor in the game, and we couldn't ask for any more than that. So I'm proud of my team. And nobody else, not the Max Kellermans, Skip Bayless, basically. I don't care if it's any of those guys, man. And you Dallas Cowboys fans, realize this shit right now. Like, if you saw it early in the video, you're dead. And you got no room to talk. Whatever happens next week, you can try to laugh. The ones that want to talk that mess, you can try to laugh. But no, your ass is sitting on the bench. You're not in the playoffs. Your great quarterback that had the shoulder injury, all of a sudden he's great against Washington, couldn't get it done at the end of the day. There was nothing wrong with him when he faced the Eagles. He was just straight trash. And we wanted it more. So, yo, guys, let's go ahead. Let's enjoy this win. Party up. Be safe out there. And go Birds. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. And that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.